Hi guys, welcome to the Craft Time Studios. I'm Ange and crafting keeps me sane. If it's your first time here, hello! I hope that by the time you finish watching, you would have picked up something creative to make. I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to my channel. Moving along, I like giving personal handmade gifts, and since Christmas is fast approaching, I thought of making Christmas earrings to give to my favorite people. The first one that I'm making is a very obvious nod to Christmas, since the colors are the classic Christmas colors of red, white, and green. The base clay that I used in this tutorial is green, which I rolled out into the number 3 setting. I then conditioned the red and white clay. I got the white clay first and rolled it out into a thin log. I also did the same to the red. The plan was to make crisscrossed lines across the green slab. So I used this technique that I showed you in one of my previous abstract tutorials. I placed the link above if in case you want to see what I did then. I pressed the log down and pulled it across. I used my arc-shaped clay cutter to cut the design in this slab. I baked it following the instructions on the packaging and added a gold star for that Christmas touch. For design number 2, I still wanted it to feel Christmassy but not as obvious as the first one. So for my color palette, I used red, black, and white clay. I had mixed about 20% translucent clay to the red and black clay to give that checkered effect. You can adjust the amount of translucent clay, but just be aware that as you do that, the clay will get softer and softer, so I recommend not over-conditioning it. The base clay that I used is white, which I rolled out into the number 3 setting. Then, I rolled out the red and black clay into the number 7 setting. I cut the red clay into about half a centimeter thickness and laid out the strips on the white clay. I did this until the entire slab had stripes. Then, this was rolled out into the direction of the stripes. Remember to roll it out in that same direction so that the stripes don't get spread out so much. I neatened the edges, but this is optional. Next, I got the black clay and cut it out into strips that I placed diagonal to the red stripes. Once the entire slab had the black strips, I again rolled it out very carefully. Before baking, I cut out a tear shape using my cutter. I also punched holes on top of it, and then it went into the oven for baking. Once it was baked, I attached findings, and for that pop of gold, I used a smaller tear-shaped gold finding. For design number 3, I mixed sapphire blue Fimo clay with green Sculpey clay to make this beautiful emerald color. The blue Fimo clay was actually quite sparkly. Unfortunately, it's hard to see in this video. Of the three, this was the most low-key Christmas design, but in my opinion, it's also the classiest one. I mixed about 50% blue clay with 50% green clay to achieve this custom color. Honestly, I really love this color. After conditioning, I rolled out a thinner slab, which is about 4 or 5 in my clay roller. This is because I will still layer the slab with logs. I went for a weave technique, which is not the easiest to do since you will have to practice on making even logs if you don't own an extruder. I tried my best to do this by first cutting out the clay into strips just to make sure I was working with more or less the same amount of clay. Then comes the tedious part of rolling each one into thin snakes. Once I think I have enough snakes, I get one and lightly press it across my slab. Then, I get another snake and press it in the opposite direction, with the first log going underneath the second one. You will need to alternate the direction of placing the snakes until the entire slab is completely covered. Once this is done, I punched out 2 circle shapes and 2 clover shapes. Then, I punched holes on the top of both shapes so that I could attach them to each other once they get baked. I can definitely see this paired with an elegant black dress for a night out in case we're ever allowed to go out. I really loved this pair so much that I made one for myself. I hope that you got some good Christmas earring ideas from this tutorial. If you like this, do click on the like button and consider subscribing to the Craft Time channel. If you have suggestions on what I should do next time, just leave a comment down below. Thanks and enjoy the weekend. Bye!